The future is looking bright for DC, with James Gunn's DCU kicking off proper this summer with Superman, and a slate of films that include Clayface, Batman Brave and the Bold, Sergeant Rock, Supergirl, Lanterns on HBO. There's a huge slate of TV, film, and animated series to get excited about. But there is one glaring omission in this new cinematic universe, and that is Wonder Woman. And her absence goes beyond film and TV. It includes games. With the closure of Monolith and the cancellation of the Wonder Woman game, Warner Brothers has a Wonder Woman problem. Hey Internet, I'm Chris, and this is the place on the internet where I talk about comics, movies, games, and things I'm generally passionate about. Before we dive into Warner Brothers' Wonder Woman problem, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. So in a lot of ways, it's an exciting time to be a DC fan. There's some cool projects on the horizon. I'm really excited for Superman. We're getting 2 Batman films. You're getting the Batman Part 2, Batman Brave and the Bold. There's this dynamic dual animated film. Listen, if you're a Batman fan, no need to worry. If you look at me, I'm good. I am good. But you know who's not good? Wonder Woman fans. And Wonder Woman herself. Warner Brothers has a huge Wonder Woman problem. And I say this because David Zaslav's strategy, the one he keeps pitching investors every time he has an earnings call for Warner Brothers Discovery, is that Warner Brothers is going to be focused on the pillars of IP and huge properties. That includes DC, Game of Thrones, Harry Potter. And DC is a pillar of that. It is a huge foundation of what they want to do. Obviously, they want to mirror what Disney has done with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But I think it's a little weird that DC, which, if you look at their stable of characters, they have a trinity. Now, you may think, like, hey, Justice League, and they have a whole huge stable of characters. Obviously, the DC Cinematic Universe, one of their first movies is going to be Sergeant Rock, which is weird, but hey, I'm excited for it too. Again, it has a trinity. That trinity is Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is a big part of that. And I think it's super strange that we're getting a Supergirl movie before we're getting a Wonder Woman one. And you can say, like, okay, maybe they're trying to give it a break after Gal Gadot's performance.
I need you to give me the stone.
Obviously, the last movie didn't do so hot, and it seems like there was a plan for a Wonder Woman 3, but Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot are obviously not returning for that. And that makes sense. And I was down with that because I was like, oh, yeah, they're making a video game. At least I'll get my Wonder Woman fix there. But boy, was I wrong. And with the cancellation of the Wonder Woman game, it just seems like a little weird at Warner Brothers overall. Like, I think in the comics, you have some good stuff. Obviously, Tom King is on the main Wonder Woman book. I do not read that book, but it's a high-selling book, which is great for Wonder Woman and visibility. And then Absolute Wonder Woman is amazing. You have that by Kelly Thompson and Hayden Sherman, which is a top 10 selling book in the comic industry, which is fantastic. You don't have an animated series, which, again, kind of crazy because you have a Starfire one in the works. You also have a My Adventures with Green Lantern, which is set in the universe of My Adventures of Superman. Fantastic series. But why would you go from Superman to Green Lantern? Wouldn't it make more sense to go My Adventures with Wonder Woman, My Adventures with Batman? Why do you skip all the way to My Adventures of Green Lantern?
Emerges a hero.
They're finally going to make a movie about me.
Alfred, the movie.
I know Jessica Cruz has had a lot of success in the animation realm. There's probably a generation of girls that love that character because of her appearances in other animated series. But again, it is weird that they have this character like Wonder Woman that has recognition beyond comics that really is hard to kind of replicate. I think Marvel would kill for a female character with the stature of Wonder Woman. You know, they tried to make Captain Marvel Wonder Woman, which worked in the first film. Like, they had a successful billion-dollar movie, but the second one, not so much. And probably Captain Marvel is in a deeper movie jail than Wonder Woman would ever be. But I think, like, Marvel, when they started their cinematic universe, they were leading with characters like Iron Man, Captain America, mainly because they did not own the rights to the Fantastic Four, X-Men, and Spider-Man. But DC and Warner Brothers owns the rights to Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. So the fact they're not coming out swinging with those characters to start this new cinematic universe, It's weird. And when Wonder Woman, that first movie, I have to say, the No Man's Land scene is one of the best comic book scenes I've ever seen. Like the feeling in the theater when I saw that scene was fantastic. They are leaving the easy money on the table by not leading with Wonder Woman. If you look at the projects that are basically, I think, up until 2027, 2028 is kind of mapped out for DC for right now. There might be some room for an added project or anything like that, but I doubt a Wonder Woman project will be fast tracked in that time. Maybe an animated series can happen. We know that Paradise Lost is going to be made. And based on the update that James Gunn and Peter Safran gave on Paradise Lost, I don't think it's anywhere near. I'm not too excited about that because they keep evoking Game of Thrones, which they've evoked in almost everything they've talked about. We got pieces of Wonder Woman's lore in this DCU and Creature Commandos, which was okay. It wasn't a great series overall. It's probably my least favorite James Gunn superhero outing. And with Paradise Lost, like, I don't think you should really start Wonder Woman's journey in this new DCU on TV. I think that character has shown that they can really carry their own film, and that's where you should really start. And again, you should be putting your best foot forward. Now with Batman, it kind of makes sense that there's a little bit of developmental delays because of Andy Muschietti, and also you already have a Batman kind of going, so there's no real rush to get a Batman in the DCU going. But Wonder Woman, I feel like that should be a priority. Like, we're going to see a live action Guy Gardner in the DCU before we see Wonder Woman. And when they introduced one of Wonder Woman's greatest villains, Cersei, she was defeated by a weasel and a second-rate Batman villain. Yeah. So Warner Brothers has a Wonder Woman problem. It is not hard to fix it. Like I said, all they had to do was create maybe a small animated series. Obviously, with game production, I don't see her getting a game again after they poured $100 million into a game that's never going to see the light of day. But I just feel bad. I have a lot of friends that are big Wonder Woman fans. And as a Batman fan, I don't know their pain, but I feel for them. If James Gunn and Peter Safran and David Zaslav want the DC universe to be successful, Wonder Woman has to be a part of that plan, and a big part of that plan. One of the only bright spots of the DCEU was Wonder Woman, and if that character was able to shine through all that chaos, I think having something bright, hopeful, she could be the center of. So hopefully we get more than an HBO series centered around the Amazons and an actual live-action film. What do you guys think? Do you think that Wonder Woman was put on the back burner, that we won't see her again for a really long time? Or do you think I'm overreacting and that pretty soon we'll see who Wonder Woman in the DCU is? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.